Hello my sweet friends, my name is Adele and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking all about what I'm writing for NaNoWriMo. I'm so excited and I can't believe it's already so close. I've kind of been going back and forth between a few different projects. As y'all know, I had mentioned it I think in my last video about what I'm going to be working on this November because I still wasn't quite sure. I think I'm sure now, but it's going to be a little bit different. And what I mean by that is just that I'm going to be working on an existing project, whereas usually, and what NaNoWriMo is working on a brand new first draft of a brand new story, and that's always what I've done. I've never worked on like an existing project before, or at least I've never worked on something that's not a first draft. And this year I'm going to be working on a second draft. So I think I've basically already kind of told y'all, because I was telling y'all I was going back and forth between a few different projects, but I think what I'm going to be doing for NaNoWriMo this year is working on draft 2 of Project DA. And so I'm super pumped, one, because DA is dark academia. It's all about like fall and like that whole aesthetic and the dark academia vibes and everything. And I just love writing that. I love dark academia, and every time I thought about like any other story I wanted to work on, I just kept coming back to that one. I don't know if it's just because it's November, so it's like fall vibes, or that I just really love the story, which I do, but I don't know like why I kept coming back to it. So Project DA was my original NaNoWriMo 2020 project, and then I didn't finish it in like during the 30 days, so I ended up actually finishing it for NaNoWriMo 2021 last year. So this is actually gonna be the third year in a row that I'm working on Project DA. I'm gonna be working on draft 2, like I said. I've worked on other things, like the reason it seems like it's taking me so long to get from draft 1 to draft 2. I've been working on other projects obviously, and I took like a hiatus from writing in 2021. So we are coming back to it. Draft 2. I'm currently in the middle of the reread, which is actually going to be the next video y'all see after this one is going to be the reread of Project DA Draft 1. And it's super weird coming back to it, especially because it's been so long. I haven't really revisited it in a while, and a lot of it's going to be changing. And I know that's usually the case, especially when it comes to like rewriting drafts, but a lot's going to be changing. I guess not like as much as the changes that are coming for Project Orion, but definitely for Project DA there are going to be changes. I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I want to change a few things, but basically I'm just going to give y'all a brief little synopsis about Project DA and like what it is and who some of the characters are and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into plot too much, I don't think, which I know is like the whole point of it, but there are a few things I'm debating big time with it, and I don't want to give anything away right now. So Project DA follows our main character. Her name is Winona, and they all have such dark academia names. I had to. It's just Project DA is basically my like cringy wish fulfillment, like all my tropes, just put it all together. So Winona is our main character, and she is a freshman in college. She's going to college for the first time in the lovely like Northeast in Pennsylvania, and while she is there in her first few weeks, she meets this lovely group of students. Their names are Lucius, Callum, Audrey, and Daphne, and she kind of gets sucked into this group of friends, and they're very like mysterious and elusive and all this stuff, and there's a lot there are heavy themes of like longing when it comes to like friend groups and like fitting in and stuff like that. That was always something I struggled with a lot in college myself, so I think it'd be kind of cool to like write that. Basically she gets sucked into this group, and they're your typical like dark academia. They're a little like elitist, you know, kind of think they're better than everyone else, but Winona fits right in, and she loves having just like a group of friends and feeling like, you know, she finally has found her friend group and all this stuff, that it kind of makes her a little blind to some of their not so great things about them. And of course, since it's dark academia, if you've read any dark academia books, there's a murder. There's a murder involved. I won't say a murder. I mean, I've already said it, but there's a death. There are a few deaths, actually. And it kind of follows some of that, and there's secrets, and this death reveals a lot of secrets and bitter feelings and all that kind of stuff. And I'm playing around. I'm sitting here like telling, like, I'm not gonna go into plot and all this stuff, and I'm like sitting here telling everything. I'm playing with a few different things. I have always loved unreliable narrators and stuff like that, and I wanted this originally to be an unreliable narrator, like back when I started this in 2020. I felt like, and still feel like, I am not skilled enough of a writer to like do that successfully, but I also know, like, I've never tried writing an unreliable narrator, and I should probably try, you know, practice makes perfect kind of thing. And so I like want to try my hand at it, but I don't know, it sounds so daunting, and it's like there's a lot that goes into that. And I'm like scared it's not going to be good and all this stuff. But then I had also saved like this unreliable narrator concept for like something else, like a different story. And so I'm playing around with a few different things. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with this one, and like what exact route I want to take with Project DA, and like how I want to write it. But it's definitely going to be not creepy, not spooky. I don't know why those were the first thing. It's like a psychological thriller, I guess, but it's it's dark academia. So it's similar to a lot of like dark academia tropes, obviously, that's out there, but I want it to be a little more like sinister, I guess. I don't know. I probably won't know until NaNoWriMo starts, and I'm scared. I'm honestly scared about that. And y'all know I'm a big plotter, so I'm trying to like make time for making my scene outline and all that. Y'all know I love my scene outline. So yeah, y'all are gonna see more of that though in the next video, where I'm going into like the reread and like starting to like plan and outline and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that's sort of the gist of Project DA. I do have a few like concerns, obviously, besides the not really knowing what I'm doing yet. But since it's a draft 2, I like to be able to take my time. Obviously with draft 1s, like first drafts, it's always just get the words on the page. You're not really worried about making sure it's good or perfect, or, you know, you're not going back to, you know, erase sentences and make it better and like tweak things. You're not line editing, you're just going. And that's what I'm used to for NaNoWriMo, that's what I'm used to for first drafts, and I can do that, I enjoy that. But when it comes to any other draft in the process, I like to be able to take my time and plan a little more and just kind of like feel it out. And, you know, and I'm not always, you know, writing this many words every single day, because it's not about getting the words on the page, it's about building upon what you already have and making it better. So a concern I have for that is just that I won't be able to make the word counts every day, or even make the whole 50,000 word count. And so I'm trying to feel better about that. Y'all know I can be super hard on myself. I know a lot of us can. I know that's a big thing, especially with writers. But I am not good at accepting that when I don't reach a goal. And I have not won NaNoWriMo once in my many years of doing NaNoWriMo, and that was last year actually with this story. And I get super hard on myself, and I'm trying to not be super hard on myself. So I'm trying to be okay with accepting that I may not reach the goal this year. But I'm also trying to remember and like give myself grace, like I'm not doing the exact same goal as everyone else. Obviously I'm still going to be striving for the 50,000 word count goal, but since it is the second draft, I like to take my time a little bit. I'm not as focused on word counts. I'm just worried I'm not going to be able to reach any of the goals. And the reason I am still doing NaNoWriMo, even though I know I probably won't reach some of these goals, is so that I can hold myself accountable. You know, this is a big internet community-wide thing in the like writing community. It's a huge event, and I always like to participate with everyone, and it's a good way to hold myself accountable and talk to all of you about what I'm writing and hear what y'all are writing. And it's just a really nice community thing, and like I said, holds me accountable. So I still want to participate, and I still want to like do it with everyone. I'm just trying to like give myself grace that I may not win, and that's okay. My other possible fix, I suppose, I was thinking of for this is working on 2 stories, but I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that. That would only be for like the word count thing, like to try to reach the goals and make the word counts and stuff like that. And I don't really, I'm just really feeling Project EA, and I want to focus on like finishing this next draft, because it's always great to like work on new stories every year, and I love doing that, and I love first drafts and getting that in and doing that. But I am also acknowledging that I have a lot of projects that are first drafts, second drafts, and I need to finish them. I need to work on something that I already have existing, and it's not necessarily in my best interest right now to work on a new story for Nano this year. And I don't want to get so focused on word count. If I do end up doing like 2 stories or whatever, I don't want to get so focused on the word count that because I'm not like making the word count on Project DA, I end up spending too much time on like the other project to reach those word count goals. And again, while that's great, all writing is writing, all progress is progress, it's still just not what I need right now. I need to finish a project. So I think I'm just gonna still work on the 1, Project DA, draft 2, and I just need to like get my butt in gear and get my stuff together and figure it out, and work on my scene outline, figure out a plot, and I just want to get the ball rolling. I really am excited for Nano this month. I'm trying, like I've said and will continue to repeat, I'm trying to give myself grace and be better at accepting that I may not like reach all the goals everyone else is doing during Nano, but that I can set goals for myself individually, and celebrate when I reach those goals. And they may not be the same ones everyone else is working on, but that's okay, because I'm reaching my own goals, and I'm doing this as like a participation community event so that I can write with everyone. So that's sort of where my head's at for NaNoWriMo this year. I'm still feeling a little behind, a little like frazzled by it, because like, what's today? It is the 13th. It's October 13th. And the end of the month always like comes so much quicker than you think. But I'm excited. I really am. I'm ready to get some writing done and work on these stories, and I'm excited to do it with y'all, so thanks. I will also be streaming October 31st on Halloween, the day before Nano starts. I'm going to be streaming here on YouTube. We're doing some live writing sprints. It's gonna be super fun. So make sure that it should be up already and scheduled, so go to that, click the notify me, like put a reminder on, and come write with us. We're gonna ring in NaNoWriMo together. But yeah, that'll be super fun, and I think that's all I've got for you today. Comment down below, let me know what you think about Project DA and about my goals that are semi-NaNoWriMo, semi my own. And let me know down below what you're working on currently, and if you're doing Nano or not, and if you're not, I still want to hear what you're working on. So yeah, let me know. Let's talk about our stories. I love doing that, and I love just talking to all of you about all this. It's so much fun. And y'all are the biggest motivators. Honestly, y'all have been giving me so many kind messages. And it's always just the biggest boost for me. And truly, y'all pick me up and uplift me way more than you know. I go back, anytime someone sends me a nice message, I like screenshot it and I like go back and read it on my phone. because it's really nice, and they honestly are like one of the biggest helps for me when it comes to getting back into writing, or like if I'm not feeling motivated or something like that. So thank you all so much. If you are new and you've enjoyed, please subscribe if you do feel so inclined, and also give this video a thumbs up. It definitely helps the channel out a lot. And yeah, that's all I've got for you today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.